All right, in this example, we are trying to find x, y, and z. So if you notice, we have the big right triangle, triangle KJL. We have this second right triangle, KML. And then we have a third right triangle, JML. So we have three right triangles in this one situation. So first off, if angle KML is a right angle, then JML is also going to be a right angle. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw in a little pink right angle box. But if we're thinking about the big triangle JLK, KLJ, if the measure of angle K is a certain number of degrees, then J is going to be whatever is left over. So then I know that the blue angle, the green angle, and the pink right angle, all have to add to 180. It's my parents' grandfather clock. They're all going to have to add to 180. And so if this is a 90-degree angle, then the green angle and the blue angle are going to also have to add to 90 degrees. So in this little right triangle down here, the green angle is one of my angles. So my third angle is going to be the blue angle, the same number of degrees as angle K at the top. And then if I'm looking at this triangle right here, if I have the blue angle and the pink angle, then this remaining angle is going to be the green angle, which makes sense because the blue angle plus the green angle equals 90 degrees. The blue angle plus the green angle equals 90 degrees. So by me labeling those angles, it's going to be a lot easier for me to figure out which triangles are my similar triangles. So I'm going to redraw these three triangles separately. Okay, so my first triangle is triangle JLK. So I'm going to draw it just like I see it. And I'm going to label, here's my right angle L, my top angle K, and then angle J. Okay, then my second triangle is going to be KML. So M is my right angle, my green angle is L, and my blue angle is K. And then my final triangle is triangle JLM, where M is my right angle, J is my green angle, and L is my blue angle. So now I can go label on my sides. So KL is Z, LJ is Y. And then from J to K is 5 plus 20. This whole side is 25. Then in my second triangle, K to M is 20, M to L is X, and from K to L is Z. So now my hypotenuse is Z. And then in my little triangle, M to J is 5, J to L is Y, and from M to L is X. So now I have my three similar triangles all drawn separately, and so I could write a similarity statement. Triangle JLM is similar to triangle LMK, which is similar to triangle JML. So those three triangles are all similar, and so now I can set up proportions by matching up their corresponding sides and setting up ratios. All right, so first I want to find x. So I am going to find x in my triangle. So I have x right here, and I have x right here. So I'm going to match up the sides that correspond. So LM corresponds with JM, and then LM in this triangle corresponds with KM. So I'm just going to set up a proportion. Left over right equals left over right. So x over 5 equals 20 over x. Left over right equals left over right. So now when I cross multiply, x times x is x squared, and 5 times 20 is 100. So now I can just take the square root, and normally this would be plus or minus the square root of 100, because whenever you take the square root of a number, it's always the positive and the negative. Except in this instance, we know it can only be positive because x represents the side length of this triangle, and we can't have a side length that's negative. So I can ignore the negative 10. So x is going to be the square root of 100, which we know the square root of 100 is just 10. So x equals 10. Okay, next I want to find y. So I'm going to find y in my first triangle and my second triangle. And then in this big triangle, JL corresponds with JM, and then the hypotenuses correspond. So I'm going to set up a similar proportion. Left over right equals left over right. So y over 5 equals 25 over y. Same process. Cross multiply. Y times y is y squared, and 5 times 25 is 125. And so I'm going to take the square root of 125, which is 5 times 25, and then 25 is 5 and 5, so I got a pair of 5s. So y is going to be 5 root 5. I can take out my 5s, and then I have this 5 left over that doesn't have a buddy, so he has to stay inside. So y is 5 square root of 5. And then finally I want to find z. Z, those are my two z's. Z in this triangle corresponds with 20. Z in this triangle corresponds with 25. So now I can go set up my proportion. I'll do left over right. 25 over z equals z over 20. So then I cross multiply. Z squared equals 20 times 25, which I'm actually not going to multiply that just because I'm going to end up breaking it down into its factors anyways when I take the square root. So z is equal to, okay, so 20 is 4 times 5, and 25 is 5 times 5, and then 4 is 2 and 2. So I got a pair of 2's, and I got a pair of 5's, and then I have this 5 left over. So when I simplify that, I'm going to pull out a 2, I'm going to pull out a 5, and then I'm going to keep that last 5 inside the square root, and so z is equal to 10 square root of 5.